First of all, we want to thank Red for his hospitality, having us here at his place, and putting the bill for the food.
For those who didn't hear it, Red floated the bill for this whole thing. So that's a double clap.
All right. And the only thing that I wanted to say, other than that, is the Camp Snappers called me and invited us to go to a show that they sponsor in Merrimack, and it is the weekend before the summer party. It's August 16th. I saw that someone put it in the newsletter, so it's at the back of the newsletter. He was wondering, Ronnie Wheeler, the president of the Camp Snappers, was wondering if I could take a head count of people that might be interested, because they're going to have food and they want to know what to get. So is anybody interested? August 16th. It's in Merrimack, Massachusetts. All right, so I'll tell them, what, 40 guys probably will show up from here? 35, 40. 35? 30, 35. Okay, great. I'll let them know. Thanks.
Okay. Under new business, Denny McKay and Bob, Cheese Bob, went up to Brad's place and got the trailer last Friday. So now it's down Mike Benedetto's, and thanks to Mike, because he's gonna give it a new place, a new home that we can store it there. And we've got some work to do on it, and Mike's got tools, so it's a perfect marriage between the location and what needs to be done. Now Gary Grimes has offered to go up, empty the trailer, reorganize everything, check for any openings that mice could get in, or any, just put it in tip-top shape and then load it up again. He's looking for 2 volunteers to potentially go up on a Saturday. Can I see a couple of hands that are willing to help him?
Frank,
Yeah.
I closed up a lot of holes and stuff on that trailer,
Okay.
and it's impossible to keep the mice out of it.
Well, we can at least take it out and clean it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to, somebody mentioned putting like poison in there, but if that happens, then they die in there, then we'd have to get rid of the trailer.
I'm immune. Actually, if they eat the poison, they have to go look for water.
Yeah. Well, we'll find the one that's smart enough to do that, and then it'll stink up the trailer. Hopefully, I'm sure you did, and I bet you did a good job at it, but we'll clean it out. Maybe there's a new hole we can find out. Do the best we can to seal it up.
Oh, yeah.
So, you got 2 guys that want to go help Gary?
I'll go.
All right. So, you know who Gary Grimes is?
I'll figure it out.
All right. Gary,
Right here.
where are you? All right, there he is right there. And he's in Gloucester, so after the meeting, talk to him, set up a time and a date. All right, that's volunteers number 1. Number 2, the next thing after that, we need to power wash it. Mike's got the power washer. So we're gonna power wash the trailer, and if you get a good hot day, it'll dry in the same day, and we wanna paint it. Because it looks awful. It's been under trees now for at least 10 years. So we're gonna power wash it, paint it white, and then we're gonna remove the wheels and bring them down to the tire shop and get new tires put on it. The lights work and it's registered. So after this work is done, so we need, who's interested in going up to Mike Benedetto's and doing a little labor up there, power washing?
I could go.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'm working right there too. I'll try to get by a little.
Oh, that'd be good.
I'm working on the
So,
street.
not that he's gonna be involved in the power wash part of it, but could you let someone know, the 2 volunteers that said they go? We don't need more than that probably to do it. One guy power washing and another guy drying.
Right?
Yeah, no drying, I don't think. The sun will hopefully.
Red's trying to get your attention.
Oh,
Just a little bit of history, I guess, if you want to call it that.
sure,
Jimmy Mahan and I were trying to get some of the lettering off the trailer.
yeah,
And we had it in his barn, we were working on it, and I said, Jim, I gotta take off, I got things I gotta do. An hour later, is when he had his attack,
Oh.
and he couldn't get into his truck.
That's a shame.
So I never got back to try to take the lettering off the
Yeah.
trailer.
Wow.
Well, I've tried that. I've got a trailer in my yard. I tried to take it off my trailer.
Good time.
And once you get it off, then it leaves the glue. So it's a
I got some
catastrophic
stuff
pain
in
in
the
the
sign in
ass.
the street, it'll take that glue right off.
Yeah, they sell stuff to get that off.
Yeah, I mean, we could paint over the signs on it, give them 1 or 2 coats, and then paint the whole thing white, right? That's possible too.
Yeah, the only thing is you can still see the
They'll
lettering
show
underneath it, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. If anybody knows a good way to get it off,
Yeah, a heat gun.
you know, that would be great. But this is gonna get done. August isn't far away.
Yeah.
So we need to do that. And I don't know if it's got electric brakes, but when we get the wheels off, we'll have to see what condition they're in. It hasn't had anything done to it in 12 or 14, 12, probably 10 or 12 years.
Really?
All right, so we gotta check the brakes, and we're looking for 4, the wheels are white, they're those wagon wheels, and most of them, 2 of them are all right, but the other 2 aren't. So I mean, we could power wash the loose paint off them, but if we could get 4 matching,
Mag wheels.
4, no,
Hubcaps.
hubcaps. If anybody's got 4 15-inch hubcaps,
I got 4 Eldorado hubcaps.
they'll go on there.
Yeah, I think they probably will.
Yeah, that'll look the balls.
Hey Frank,
That'll save time. Huh?
Those are
just a couple of years ago, a few years ago, I went to,
Quiet, guys.
I went to Town Fair Tire to replace the wheels on both my car trailer and my utility trailer.
Yeah.
For $100 a piece, I got a new tire and a galvanized wheel.
Really? Well, galvanized would be great.
Look into it.
Okay.
It
Town
might
Fair?
be more money than $100 now, but it's still a
Town
deal and a
Fair?
half.
Tractor Supply
Okay.
too has them.
Yeah, they do. Right there on the shelf, and you want Tractor Supply.
Buy 4 of them.
And Harbor Freight. I don't know how good they are, but they're,
Like potato chip.
yeah.
They all come from China.
All right, so that's excuse me, that's everything on that. Now, the cookout, one reminder, you gotta bring chairs. There's plenty of places, a lot of benches there, but it'd be a good idea to bring chairs. In this place, we're renting down in Saugus, different from Brad's, so they've got some rules and regulations which we signed a contract for. One of which will make it so we can't go back if we violate it. You cannot bring any liquids in, and that includes water. And the reason for that is, you know,
They wanna make the money.
well, it's not so much the money, it's their license, because they also are gonna have a little kiosk where they're gonna be selling beer and wine if you want it. But because they're selling stuff on an event that they're being paid for, if someone smuggles in a 6-pack, or they're putting vodka, I don't know anybody that even drinks in a club, but, if anybody gets tipped over
Is it okay if you
from
drink it
booze
before
that,
you get there?
if they get tipped over from booze that they brought in, it's gonna be the end, it'll be curtains for that location.
What about water?
You can't bring water, and that you're right about the money. They're gonna supply the water, however, they're gonna charge us $2 a bottle, which is crazy, but I'm still in the process of trying to get it down to at least $1. Two is high, I mean, that could cost $1,500.
To buy a case of water, I think it's 20 cents.
Yeah, but that's the thing we had to give up on, because the renting of the place was only, I think, what, $700, Bob? Not even $700. Now, Bob here told us he's in the Knights, and, not the Masons, excuse me.
Big difference, you know.
I'm sorry, no light is gonna come down. And their rental, those halls and stuff and like that, they're up there, you know, in the thousands. So it's a good deal. We just don't wanna blow it the very first time by bringing booze in. You can buy what you want, but as I said, I don't think there's many drinkers.
I think
in the
they're
club.
real reasonable on their beers and stuff.
Yeah, the beers, drink what you want and pay for it, but the water we're paying for, the club's paying for it.
How much are the beers?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think they're reasonable, Red. I think they'll be reasonable. But there's gonna be a bartender, and I'm sure they're gonna be looking around if they see anybody. We don't wanna piss anybody off. We wanna make a good impression. That's why I thought it was a good idea to paint the trailer. We're not looking like vagabonds pulling that thing in there, you know? All right, anybody who doesn't give, Jim wants a email list of everybody that he doesn't have,
The new guys.
all the new guys. So Jim Capello's in the book, his number is in there, and his contact information is in there. Contact him with your contact information, email and so on, so you can get put on the list.
Do all the new guys have a book?
They should. I wouldn't swear that everybody's got one, but
Or you can go to the website too. I'm on there.
Yeah.
They can just click on the website.
yeah. Anybody that wants to contact him with the information and doesn't have it, you can call anybody on the board, because we have books. Okay, that's about all I have. So the volunteers, let me just be sure, the volunteers, you're gonna talk to Gary about cleaning the trailer out, and
I'll be there, I'll help.
Doug
you when
Dobin.
you're in there.
with the power washing and whatever else has to be done. When you set up a time to do it, Doug, let us know, and I'll try and get up there as well. A few extra hands won't hurt. Okay. All right,
50-50?
thank you for your attention. Well, you wanna draw the 50-50 now?
Where's the next meeting?
Actually,
Oh, the next meeting's right on the back of my piece of paper.
I did actually.
Ed.
I started cooking yesterday.
Mike Benedetto's got the next one. You still on for that, Mike?
What's that?
The next meeting?
Yeah, no.
July?
Yeah, nobody said anything. Nobody
Oh,
right after
I-
this. No.
Mike, Fred, right after your surgery.
Right after the surgery.
When is it?
Right after the surgery.
What's the date?
I don't have the date, it's in July, and it's the third Tuesday. I don't have a calendar.
Oh, that'd be, he's having surgery on the
That's not gonna work for you,
30th.
Mike.
No, that ain't gonna work for you, Mike.
All right, I don't know. I never had an operation like that.
All right,
Hope I never have another one, but otherwise I'm open.
all right, so Mike Benedetto's
The 15th. It's the 15th.
the
Yeah.
15th. Bob DeSantis, you're on the list below him, if you wanna do yours.
I can't, that's too close to missing.
Okay. All right, so we can go to, we've got choices, Burger King, Kelly's. We've got a few other places.
Kelly's.
Kelly's.
All right, so it's a given that we can just go there?
That's what they say.
Which month are you talking about? I'm sorry.
July,
Call Ron Janot.
Ron always says we're welcome.
okay. All right, unless you hear different, it's at Kelly's.
Okay, next meeting's at Kelly's.
It'll be in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Kelly where?
Okay, where's,
Red's calling me again.
okay,
I'd like to make a motion.
sure.
Come again, Nancy.
I think we should have a quarterly treasury report at the meeting.
Okay.
Just so that we don't have questions.
Well, I'm sure any question that anybody have, you just, there's the guy that's the treasurer, so it's easy enough to do that.
I know that, but, yeah, I mean, you try to run a meeting and trying to make something of it, and I think that's something we should do. Will anybody second the motion?
Right here.
Right here.
Anybody second the motion?
What are we voting on?
You're voting on having a quarterly treasury report.
And what I'd like to see in the report is money in, where it came from, where it's going to, money out, where it went to.
Yeah, well, that's
You know,
what a treasury report would be, so you're right. That's how it's done.
We've never had a treasury report at any of our meetings. And,
True.
I mean, Bob is only the third treasurer actually in this club.
Yeah. Now, we didn't before, and when asked that question, because I've been around a while, Barron would say, he never put it, no one's ever put it in the form of a vote, which hasn't finished
I
yet.
know that.
But his answer would be, if an individual such as you said, I'd
Yeah.
like to know, Barron would say, come up after the meeting, I'll tell you what's in there if you need to know.
Yeah.
But the other danger of that is, it's just an opinion, but we've got a lot of non-members, and we've got a lot of non-members here tonight. And do you want the finances of this club out there for non-members?
On most
Yeah, we
quarterly meetings, you can have no guests.
All right,
We can
so,
put it in the- We can put it on the website.
Yeah, just put it on the website that goes out to just the members.
on the months that the meeting is gonna give a treasury report,
I would never put it out on the internet.
No.
no, I wouldn't put the results on the internet, but if you were gonna have that tonight, so say we talked about this 2 months ago, and it was gonna happen tonight, I personally think it's club business and not the business of guests.
Exactly.
So if that's the case, then we'll have to predetermine when it's gonna happen,
Yep.
and we're gonna have no guests at the meeting.
And it doesn't need to be in writing for everybody either.
No, it's verbal. If you're there, you hear it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
All right, he made a motion to a second. Is that-
Tony's looking to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Brian Kelly has requested that there are only members of our club meeting at Kelly's Museum.
And I disagree, no, I do not disagree with it, because that's very, very risky.
I understand, well, what I'm getting at is, if we're gonna have a treasurer's report and we can meet at Kelly's next month, that's a good place to start,
It is, providing he's ready with it in a
Yes.
month.
yes.
So if it works out, fine. If it doesn't, then we start it the next time at Kelly's. Kelly's is a good place, because you're gonna kill two birds with one stone. You're gonna have the meeting there, no guests, and if they
I
this
also
pass.
feel we gotta make a better effort for members not to bring guests with them, because there's always a handful of guests.
Well,
showing up at
if the
Kelly's.
rules are that Kelly doesn't want anybody, members do not bring guests. That's the request.
Sadly, that's been out there before and they still bring them.
Well, then we'll have to turn them away at the door.
Yeah,
I mean, if Kelly's awful nice to do that,
yes.
and God forbid anybody, we don't know who walks through that door. They could be with a member or not a member. Who knows what they got in their head? They could key a car just to be jerks.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be probably not invited back again.
Well, that's when we went to Paul Russell, that's what was asked of us, it was only club members that were
Right.
allowed.
Yeah, and I think it's wise. I mean, we don't wanna tarnish our reputation with somebody that could get through the door.
But we're getting away from the motion that was made.
No, we're not, we're not getting away. We'll finish it. It's been seconded, so let's, nay or yes. What are we doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Careless.
passed. Anybody else?
Trust him with the money.
Starting in September.
Start in September? Okay.
That won't work.
I mean, for September. For September,
Oh, it's gonna be for September?
for the quarter ending in September.
Okay.
Gentlemen, any updates on Carl or even Denny?
Well, Denny just wasn't feeling good. He's got a cold.
His
Carl,
shoulder
I haven't
coming along?
visited him. However, a lot of the guys have, and he was going through a thing where he just felt so lousy, he didn't want to eat. And then he got over that and he's eating, and I guess he's
home now.
like a new guy.
He's home.
Oh, he is.
I talked to Kyle late yesterday.
Oh, great.
He's
I didn't know
home.
that.
He's a little bit confused. He promises to get back to everybody. There's got a lot of messages on his phone. He promises to get back, but you're better off not calling them. Let him get back to you.
And he said to say hello to everybody.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that's all good news.
Yeah, thank everybody.
Has anybody got any questions, suggestions, motions, anything? Okay. So now I guess it's 50-50 time. Is the guy here that won it last?
Here's Bob Camley.
Here he is. I'll take this out of here so you can get your mitts in there.
Dig deep, man, dig deep.
All right, here we go.
Hey, don't look in there.
There you go. I win, I don't take it.
Oh, you can read it.
114 to 119, which one you guys?
We got 330-7940.
Right here, 7-9.
Money goes to money.
How many times have you won this?
Twice.
125. Is this like the lottery?
The only guy that joined the club was making money.
Evidence?
All right, so who won it now?
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
One last thing. Hello? One last thing, it was just, Bill just made a good suggestion. When we go to the picnic, it'd be nice if we all wear like our club t-shirts. If you have them. If it's hot, if it's 90 degrees and you got a black one, leave it home.
Yeah, wear it anyway.
Hey Frank,
Yeah.
could we do like a club picture of all the people in the club and get them together at the summer party?
Oh, absolutely.
Real wide angle.
I mean, I think that would be great to do.
We'll do it at the
Yeah.
picnic.
We could, I'm sure, we could get Ross to take him, because he's a pretty good photographer, he's got a good camera.
All right, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Thursday, I'm gonna go over, Mikey's. I'm gonna look at that tree.
All right, Wednesday? Thursday? Yeah. Don't have a operation. Okay.
Because if we paint over the
Okay.
Hey guys, we're gonna have shirts and sweatshirts for sale next month at the meeting. Used ones.
left over. There's some left over. No, there's some left over, they don't have the sizes. The ones that, Bob has left over, Bob has. Yeah, there was no 2 extras.
Yeah, I know.
There's no 2 extras.
My Jesus,
We only write four.
There's no 2 extras, so I want to break 2 extras.
I agree with you.
Sweatshirts.
There shouldn't be any questions.
I don't know. Gray sweatshirt.
All right, thanks everybody for your attention.